As you probably are aware, I've got a couple of podcasts. I have Nintendo Switchcraft, which that's this one right here. And I also have another podcast called 78 Degrees. Nintendo Switchcraft is my Nintendo podcast. 78 Degrees is more of a conversational podcast where it's just me and my buddy Richard talking about stuff. And then I just this week started another podcast. It's a third one. This one is another solo show for me, but it's not really a solo show. The name of the podcast is Run, Jump, Stomp. That was the original name of my podcast a long time ago. And so it's just been kind of hanging around, and I've been looking at it, and I've decided that I'm going to bring it back, except this time it's going to be a very, very different format. This is going to be a different format than any of my other stuff. This is basically a call-in show. So if you are interested, well, right now you can't get it on iTunes or Google Play. All that stuff is coming soon. It's been submitted, but this time of year, it takes a really long time for iTunes to get a new show on their stuff, or Apple Podcast, I guess I should say. So it's going to take some time before it shows up there. But once it starts to hit Apple Podcast and Google Play, it should start propagating out across all the other platforms. Right now, there's two places that you can find it. You can find it on Pocket Casts, and you can find it on Anchor. Anchor is actually the host, the podcast host of it. And I really hope that you guys will check it out. This is basically like a call-in show where you can use the Anchor app to call in to the podcast, leave a message for me, and I will respond to it. So if you are interested in just checking it out, you don't have to call in, but if you just want to listen, then make sure that you follow the link in the show notes, or you can head to anchor.com. That's anchor.com/run jump stomp, and you can check it out there. And then once all of the other podcast apps like Apple Podcast and Google Play and Spotify, once it starts showing up in all those other places, I'll of course let you guys know again so that you can check it out. It would mean a lot to me if you would just check out the show and subscribe to it so that it will start downloading. It would mean a lot, and it would mean even more if you could take a few minutes of your time to call and leave a message on the show so that I can respond. It's all about video games, not just Nintendo stuff. We're talking Xbox, PlayStation, PC, Nintendo, mobile games, whatever kind of stuff that you want to talk about in the gaming industry. That's basically the tagline of the show is Run, Jump, Stomp, your thoughts on gaming.